Today on the Crafter's Forge, two things that I love: painting miniatures and slaying demons on Diablo 2. Let's put both of these together.
From that moment, we traveled together east, always into the east.
Today we're going to work on 3 different types of clan from the Goatmen from Diablo 2. We're going to do the Blood Clan, the Death Clan, and the Hell Clan. So, let's get to the table and get our airbrush ready.
Here's all our beasts that we're going to be painting up today. We got 3 different squads of 3. So first up, I'm going to use blue from Vallejo. And we're just going to do a base coat, spray it all over. Get that nice dark blue all over the miniature. Get that base coat going. Now I'm going to take some Korax White from Citadel Paints, and we're going to marry these 2 colors together, and we're going to get a light blue, like a sky blue, and we're going to do a zenithal spray, top down, get those nice transitions. Now we're going to shift to Cambion Red, and we're going to work on the Blood Clan, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to spray the whole thing down to get a nice clean base coat on it. Now we're going to take a little bit of this Wrath from Army Painters. And we're going to do the same thing, zenithal spray. And kind of shift the red to like an orange. And now we're going to take these 2 colors. We're going to go with Gluttony first, which is like a purplish red. Like a dark maroon. And we're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to switch it up, and we're going to go to some Glistening Blood. Even though that this is a gloss paint, we're going to tone it down. And here they are all put together.
Now that we have great transition in our skin with our airbrush, now it's time to pull out our wet palette and use our brush. Time to block in some colors.
So, I'm pulling out all these paints to use just to have it on my wet palette and ready for whenever I need to go back to the colors to block those colors back in if I do some overspill or if I get too sloppy with my brush work. So I just bust out all these colors, all from different brands. Getting it all locked in. So now we're going to work on the fur for all 3 of these clans. Blocking those right in. And right here we're going to do a little bit of wet blending. I took a little bit of blue that we had. I'm going to shift it right down, same as the red, so forth, as you see right here. I'm just blending in some white with that blue, getting that nice sky blue, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of that Korax White, and then we're going to do it again just to get that nice white tip. Now right here I'm going to mix up a whole bunch of colors just to get this weird grayish purple, desaturated purple. And we're going to work on his robes. Just blocking it in. And we're going to do a little bit of wet blending down here too, just so we get that nice transition. So I had this box set sitting on my shelf for a while now, and I just wasn't inspired to paint these guys like the box art. So that's just a lot of brown. You know, I was just like, what else can I paint this like? And then I hear that Diablo 2 is being released again September 23rd. So I got all inspired. I pre-ordered that stuff, playing the beta, got inspired, so here we are. So now I'm painting these bad boys up like the Goatman clan. As you see right here, all the bands on the weapons and stuff are all one color through the whole 9 miniatures. So locking that right in, getting that nice base coat.
And now that we've blocked in some colors here, now let's add some extra detail.
I know what you're thinking. Why are you using blue for purple robes? Well, this is a transparent blue, and I'm going over the red, and it's going to shift that blue into purple, as you see right here. So now I'm going to take a little bit of this white, and I'm just going to make little slashes, hashes, whatever the hell you want to call it, and I'm just going to try to make this look like fur. So I go down one way, and then I go the opposite way. It's looking pretty good. Using light pressure, using the tip of my brush. Just having fun. Here it is. Now right here, I started using the wrong paint. So I stopped myself, and I grabbed the right paint, and I start blocking it in. So I paint all my leather, like bracers, bracelets, like armbands, whatever, the same color as you see right here. Locking it all in. This goes through the whole 9 miniatures, all of them. Then I take a little bit of white, mix it in with that orange, make a little bit of highlight, making some hashes. Still using the tip of my brush. Now right here, I just grabbed some brown, locking in the wood. Here's some jade. I'm going to take a little bit of jade in that blue. I'm going to mix it in together to make it nice, like bluish jade, whatever. Just locking it in, getting all these little charms, little trinkets, whatever I think looks like some kind of amulet or something. I'm just putting in a little bit of color, making it so it pops off the skin. So I went with jade. Now I'm going to take some of the black. I'm going to blacken everything that's going to be except for when I start painting his shoulder pad. The shoulder pad's gonna be black, but all the spikes on it are gonna be a silver. Just making a base coat for all my metallics. Same as the spikes on his bracelet. The axe head. Locking it right in. Same as his belt buckle. And I did all this in one coat. I thinned it down just enough to where it flows pretty good off of my paintbrush onto the miniature, but still had great coverage. Now we're gonna lock in the little horn on his head, and he has like some metal cups on the horns, locking that in. Took some zombie flesh, and this guy has a little head on his freaking necklace, so I locked that in. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that glistening blood. Now I'm going to fill in all the little cuts and everything, make sure that they're all bloody looking. Locking it right in.
Then when I was editing this video, I lost some footage due to a corrupt card. I just lost some footage.
If you like these videos and tutorials, hit that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll get notified when I upload new videos.
Today on the Crafters Forge, I'm gonna I don't know. We have none of that. Let's do it again. It hasn't been it hasn't been remastered. It's stupid.
Now that we got some great transitions in the skin with our airbrush, it's time. Take 3. Now that we have great transition in color, fuck.